Hello, my wonderful friends. Megas here on a beautiful day. Welcome back to Book Club. We're in chapter 4 of the Little Paris Bookshop. Got my hot cocoa here with marshmallows. And as I was sitting here sipping my hot cocoa, it reminded me of a beautiful passage in the picture of Dorian Gray. Can I read it to you real quick? It's just yay big. It says, "Youth smiles without any reason. It is one of its chiefest charms." He turned around and, leaning upon his elbow, began to sip his hot chocolate. The mellow November sun came streaming into the room. The sky was bright and there was a genial warmth in the air. It was almost like a morning in May. Oh, I thought it was so beautiful. And I love that Oscar Wilde is talking about hot cocoa. Beautiful. So we are in chapter 4, guys. Are you guys loving it so far? Our word today is au revoir. Goodbye. So, Monsieur Perdue, he's back on his barge, his book barge, selling books, telling people what book would be best for them. And a mother and her daughter come in. And it's so cute, the interaction. And this little girl loves encyclopedias. She wants to read through them all. And the mother's a little concerned, like, is this normal? And Perdue assures her that it's a good thing and it'll keep her from marrying a stupid man. And they have some little witty banter back and forth. And then this kind of shows Perdue's heart. The mother said, if I buy you all these encyclopedias, there's going to be no birthday, Christmas presents because this is going to cost so much. And what does Perdue says? He goes, hey, it just happens to be a special sale today. If you buy all these encyclopedias, you get a free novel. And so the mother just went right along with it. Can I read that little part to you? It's cute. It says, "Do you know what?" said Perdue. "Pick a book you'd like to give your daughter for her birthday anyway. It's discount day at the apothecary. Buy an encyclopedia and we throw in a novel." The woman accepted his fib without blinking. I thought that was beautiful. And so now she doesn't really have time, though, to pick out a novel because her elderly mother is waiting outside. She was too frail to walk across the docks to get to the boat, and she's sitting out on a bench. And what does Perdue do? He says, "No, you stay. Pick out a book. I'll take care of your mom." He takes her out a glass of water, right? A magazine to fan herself with. Well, just a good-hearted guy. You fall in love with him. And so Perdue's having a wonderful conversation with this woman on the bench, and she asked if he's got any books on aging and dying. And of course he said, "Oh, I've got many. I've got everything you can imagine." And she says, "I've often wondered why people don't write more books about living. Anyone can die, but living." And it's funny how things stick in my mind. I remember, a long time ago when I went through a divorce, and I remember telling the counselor, I said, "I would die for my wife." And he goes, "Yeah, but would you live for her?" And that's still stuck in my mind all these years later. Anyone can die, but it's about living. Oh, let's see. What else stuck out to me here? Oh, when he named his barge, I thought that was cool. Can I read this to you? It says, "Kastner was one reason I called my book barge the literary apothecary," said Perdue. "I wanted to treat feelings that are not recognized as afflictions and are never diagnosed by doctors. All those little feelings and emotions no therapist is interested in because they are apparently too minor and intangible." And I thought these were kind of fun that he named off the feelings that wash over you when another summer nears its end, or when you recognize that you haven't got your whole life left to find out where you belong, or the slight sense of grief when a friendship doesn't develop as you thought, and you have to continue your search for a lifelong companion, or those birthday morning blues, nostalgia for the air of your childhood, things like that. It was precisely to relieve such inexplicable yet real sufferings that he had bought the boat, which was working as a barge then, originally called Lulu. He had converted it with his own hands and filled it with the books, the only remedy for countless undefined afflictions of the soul. That is just beautiful writing. Let's see, what else do I have underlined here? Oh, so this was sweet here. So the mother and the girl come out of the book barge and they're saying goodbye, and the grandmother's saying goodbye. And Perdue reflected that it was a common misconception that booksellers looked after books. They look after people. Isn't that sweet? And then it says, when the stream of customers abated around midday, because eating was more sacred to the French than state religion and money combined. I've never been to France, but I hear the food is amazing. And then his two cat friends show up. It says, the two well-read strays waited until they could come aboard without fear of big, blundering feet. Once there, they rubbed themselves against the bookseller's trousers legs, meowing gently. And I thought this was sweet. Monsieur Perdue stood totally still. Briefly, very briefly, he let down his guard. These near cresses were the only physical contact in Perdue's daily life. So he kept people at bay, right? Tried not to feel too much, but he allowed himself to have these little cat friends. That was like his little special thing throughout the day, to still feel love and companionship other than with his books. And I'm also seeing that he gets a sense of purpose by sharing these books that he loves so much, his friends, with other people to help them. I think that's beautiful. I think we can, at this channel, definitely relate with that. All right, guys. I love you so much. Go to the comments. Let me know. Did you get anything else out of that chapter? And I will see you tomorrow for chapter 5. Love you.